Greetings, Bishop Hayes, annual conference members, guests, and those watching online. On February 7th of this year, the Board of Laity offered the I Am Laity Summit 15 as an opportunity for laity to come together to learn more about the position that they have been elected to in their local church. And to hear an extraordinary preacher, our own Bishop Hayes, who told the 200 lay people in attendance to get out, that it was time for the church to leave the building. We offered two sessions of classes that covered church leadership, from being the lay leader of the church to being the lay member that represents the local church here at annual conference. We also had classes on finance, trustees, church council, grant writing, missional areas to exploring God's call. I wanted to do something special for those in attendance, so I invited a celebrity guest, a roving reporter, if you may, to interact with the laity during the lunchtime. So here's some of the footage of that. Take a look.
I see one here. I am Bob Hayes from I Am Laity News, and I just want to ask you all a couple of questions, and let me just get two of you here. What is your role in your local church? What leadership role do you have?
I'm the lay delegate to annual conference.
All right.
And I'm in the choir.
Okay.
I work with a mission.
Okay.
We feed people in the park.
All right, all right. And Cosetta, what is your leadership role in your church?
I'm also a lay delegate.
Okay.
I also do the Sunday bulletins. I do the newsletter and anything else that they need me to do.
All right. Y'all are very involved then in your local church. Do you think that your being here today gives you something to take back to your church that can make a difference?
I think so.
All right.
Lots of energy from you.
All right. Do you think your being here today will give you something to take back to your church?
I really do.
What group were you in early?
Well, the first one had to do with grant writing.
Okay.
And it's something I've never really had much to do with.
All right.
And Karen DeStefano led that group. It was an excellent get-together.
That's great. That's great. Tell me, what role do you play in your church? What leadership role do you have?
I lead singing.
Singing?
Yes.
All right. All right.
I'm the pastor's wife.
I figured that much out. What do you think that you've learned here today that you can take back to your church?
I am very excited about the missional areas.
Okay.
Very excited because very familiar with the Panhandle, and looking forward to them actually being able to work with other churches to do great things.
Very good. Do you think your being here this morning will help you to take something back to your church?
Oh, certainly. Our motto is a church without walls.
All right.
Which fits in beautifully with your sermon this morning, that
Yes.
we are to go outside of the church. And oh yeah, we do that. Fred took 2 mission trips when
Really?
he was in
Okay.
Stillwater to
Yes.
groups, and
All right.
I believe in that strongly.
All right, I picked you out because you're a young person here, and we want to just get your views on something. Give everybody your full name.
Wanda Clark,
Wanda Clark, and what church are you from?
Craig.
Craig, all right. What role do you have a leadership role in your church?
I'm the president of our youth council.
President of your youth council, very good. Do you think your being here today will help you carry something back to your church that will make a difference?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What class were you in, or what do you think you
I
could
went
take?
to the Lay Leader annual conference one this time.
All right, very good, very good. And so you think you picked up something there that will help you, huh? Hi.
Something in my teeth.
We'll know when it comes out. Greetings, everyone. I want to just ask you a couple of questions. Give everybody your full name.
Paula Ballenstein.
All right. Paula, where are you from? What church?
Hinton.
Hinton. Okay, that's on the Clinton district,
Yes.
right? You're the late leader of the Clinton district,
I am.
are you not? Very
I am.
good. And so is that your role? Do you play, do dual roles or leadership? Or do you also have leadership in your church?
I'm the worship leader, but
You're the worship
that's
leader.
enough.
Okay, and the district
Yes.
lay leader. Okay. Do you think your being here today will enable you to carry something back to your church and to your district that will make a difference?
Absolutely. We're really answering the questions about what missional areas are and where we fit in, especially geographically where we're going to be in our new district. And so it's still a big question mark where we are.
Okay, so y'all preparing for the future then.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Give everybody your name.
Kristen Brown,
Kristen, and where are you from?
Black Blackwell, Oklahoma.
Blackwell, Oklahoma. And what is your leadership role there?
I'm the youth director.
Youth director. You've learned something here today, you think, that could help you back at Blackwell?
Yeah, I went to the session about grants and writing grants.
All right.
So I learned a lot about the different places and more specifics than I ever knew.
Very good, very good. Well, we hope that you can take something back that will help you and be a blessing in Blackwell. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right. This has been Bob Hayes, the roving reporter for I Am Laity News. It's been a joy talking to these laypersons from all over Oklahoma, and we hope you can get something out of this report as well. God bless.
Bishop, you know, the reality is setting in that you're going to be with us for about one more year, and you're going to be out of a job. And so what I'm wondering is, you know, athletes get jobs as doing sports commentators, and comedians get their own late-night talk shows. But I thought, what do you all think? Do you think he has any potential to being a roving reporter? There you go. Okay, seriously now. We have another couple of videos that I want to talk about here. We randomly picked two people that had attended the Exploring God's Call class. Now, this was a really interesting class because the registrations that came in for it that Reverend Chuck Nordine was leading, we had 65 people register for the two sessions. That's really impressive that we had that many lay people for one event really interested in exploring what it was that God was calling them to do. The second highest attended class was the lay leader class, and we randomly picked two attendees of each of that class also, and we took them to the parlor there at St. Luke's, and we asked them a little bit more serious questions, and here is the video talking about that.
As a Stephen minister, I have a class that's set up about helping people discover what their calling is for God, and I thought that it would be along those lines, so I wanted to get a different perspective on that.
Because I continue to hear God's call, and the deeper my relationship, the more time I spend with Him, I want more, and I want to know what I'm here for.
Things, and I think the most interesting thing of it was where it's you're almost afraid of it, you know, you're pushing back, and that really tells you that you're being called when you really want to push back. So I think that was one of the things I really got out of it I thought was very important and to understand.
It was brought up 2 or 3 times that when you have a passion for something, when you can see the end result, when it keeps calling you, and you can see what it does in God's world, and I can see the finished product.
Wow, just being able to see the growth of people that come into the sanctuary, into classes every day. It's amazing to be a part of God's call in that way.
I love to teach the Word, so it gives me an opportunity to be able to teach.
I learned, and I've had this experience just through spiritual gifts and being able to pray about the people that are being called to be in different ministries throughout the church and being able to place them where God is calling them, not just where we need a warm body. I think that's something that our church can definitely use and grow towards.
Well, we took the personality test thing, and I learned that I'm a commander, so, you know, I have a legit reason to boss people around. Actually, I'm just teasing, but that is the truth. I already knew that, though. But in knowing different personalities in people, you're able to place them where they're going to be used in the greatest capacity that they're able to, where they feel comfortable and they're not doing something like being an organizer when they're not. So that really helps to understand that about different people.
Well, conference, we have lay people all across our conference of all ethnicity that are learning, growing, and responding to God's call and being honest about that call and responding in ways that are pretty awesome. Bishop, this concludes our report.
Thank you, Chuck.